Details matter. I'm older than I thought I was. Being a Christian makes a big difference.
WJI taught me humility and how to just sit down and listen and take in what others can teach you. Because coming into this course, we all have skills, but we didn't have all of the skills. So come into the office, they briefly describe your assignment, and then it's like, go, come back here with something.
The deadlines, definitely. Having a story idea at the beginning of the day and having to bring that all the way into completion by the end of the day, that was very, very difficult.
Probably the photography. That was the most difficult thing for me because number one, when I go to cities, I almost always take pictures of either my family or the skyscraper buildings, and I don't really focus on other people. And so having to look for other subjects and then like approaching them, like that was something that was really, really challenging for me, I would say.
Probably just the whole time when we were doing writing, it was really challenging for me because I love writing so much and want to be good at it. And so when I saw all these flaws that Dr. Lasky pointed out and Mr. Pitts pointed out, I realized, wow, I still have a long way to go. And I think in these 2 weeks my writing has improved a lot.
Most challenging was probably the video project because I think I went into it thinking that I'd be able to kind of be great at it immediately because I did photography for a while, but it turned out that video and photography, even though they use the same camera, are two very, very different things.
The video was definitely challenging for me. Having to do the editing, syncing up the audio of the interviewee with the actual pictures that were on screen.
I am an introverted person, and for me it takes a huge leap of courage to walk up to a random stranger on the side of the road and ask them if I can video them or take pictures for the slideshow that we were doing. For me that was a huge challenge, just being assertive and being bold. And that was one thing that I did learn here, was that it's okay to do that. It's okay to try new things, and it's really good to do that, to have this like extra 20 seconds of courage in order to take that step.
My favorite day was with Drew Bells. It was really stressful to just have to go find a story about death.
Video day. I just felt so alive on video day. Jay and I went around and talked to probably a dozen people, and then went to an old bookshop at the end and I interviewed a few people there. But that was the first moment of epiphany. Wow, I can actually do this and it's fun.
I have this really obnoxious water bottle that every time I take a drink out of it, it sounds like this turkey call, this just giant warbling noise. And every time I took a drink during one of the lecturers or one of the speakers, everybody would burst out laughing. And I tried to be very subtle. And then what happened is one day I dropped my water bottle and it broke. And for about a span of 5 hours, it didn't make any turkey warbles, and everybody was really upset. But then it started warbling again. So, can I say the drum circle?
Line by line editing the very first day. Definitely. It was so cool to see how we could just strip something down and come to the heart of the story, like get all the fluffy puffs off what really matters.
The ones that are coming to mind are I learned through my mistakes quite a few times, and you know, those weren't savored in the time that they happened, but they were the ones that I'm most grateful for. So the famous notebook incident I'm sure will go down as a favorite sometime.
I also loved Mindy Bells when she came on Tuesday to talk about her international experiences and how she does reporting abroad.
There was one night that we were all sitting around the kitchen table and we were all working, and it wasn't super interactive, like we weren't really talking to each other, but we were all there and we were all just talking and we were all just doing our work together, and that to me really stood out, and it was kind of a testament to what WJI is and how we have this community, and it's all of us working together and we're all on the same page doing the same thing, and that will always stand out to me as something that was just really great about WGA.
My least favorite part was probably trying to contact senators' offices because they didn't really write back, or when they did, they would just send a press release statement from their senator. And that taught me that sometimes contacting people is really difficult and you just have to be persistent.
They're one and the same, right? The first time that we went out and did photography, I was so scared going out and talking to people and talking to them and asking them if I can take their picture. That was very intimidating to me.
To be honest, I don't think I had a least favorite moment of the actual experience.
The least favorites were the late nights in the hostel, you know, holed up in my bunk, finishing assignments. You know, that's not a favorite, but it's not like it was, you know, it's like choosing the lesser of two good things. Everything was good, so.
Just everybody that invested so much time and effort into us. I definitely appreciated that. Just knowing that they cared individually about every single one of us. I just really want to thank them for that, because it meant a lot to me. That they cared enough to spend 2 weeks of their time investing in us, to help us become better journalists, and to impact the world for Christ and His glory.
I particularly want to thank Lee. He was just really encouraging and had such a good sense of humor.
I think of all of our instructors, Lee had the best wisdom. It struck me the most, especially his comment about how we're writing a story, not the story.
He really brought a lot of confidence in me and my writing style. It's like we went out on Thursday night, we had dinner, we talked some, and in our interview session yesterday, like just him, like he was really great. Really liked hanging out with Mr. Eicher because I really liked his personality. He has sort of like this quirky, sarcastic, snarky personality that I really like in people.
I also want to thank Mr. Eicher for his work with us on the radio project and being willing to you know, tweak scripts and again just put in basically 3 whole days of work to get us to put out our absolute best.
Obviously, the Olaskis and Lee being with us every day, coaching us and watching us grow and helping us grow over such a short but very intense period of time, 2 weeks.
One of the best conversations that I had was actually last night after we were all done. I talked to Mrs. Olasky for a minute. She was just talking about law school and how to do that kind of stuff, and just the advice and the worldview and the perspective that she could give me was really, really helpful and really, really good for me to think about.
Probably Mrs. Olasky, because she touched me for her kindness and kind of put salt, or like cleaned up the hard parts and made me feel better again about all the rough things that were happening during the week. So she must have been a really awesome mom.
I really enjoyed working with the other students also, because they encouraged me and they gave me ideas and they supported me, and we supported each other just throughout the 2 weeks.
I've learned something from everybody on this trip, and it's just been so much fun living at the hostel with you guys, and it's been great. I can't wait to see where everybody ends up.
I am so excited that I now have this community of people that are on the same page as me, and we're all doing the same thing together, and we're all on the same course, and it's really, that's been amazing, and I am so thankful to have 12 other new friends.